Was that like a one-time thing, or was it ongoing?
It was ongoing.
It was ongoing?
I didn't say anything until I was like 13 or 14.
So 6 or 7 years?
I was scared he was going to hurt my mom or kill my sister or even just kill me. Because there was also a time he came home drunk, you know?
So he lived there?
Yeah, at the time, yeah.
So he was like your stepdad, basically. And this was your sister's dad?
Nobody in my family believes me.
So they look at you like you're making up stories about this?
Yeah.
Why would they think that? Like, do they have a reason to think that?
What's up, YouTube? So guys, I'm back in the gym with Katie, back on the meal plan with Chef Said, and back in the streets full time. So it's time to get back to the content.
What's up, YouTube? Atlanta Street Interviews out here with another one. So we got a young lady with us today. How you doing today, miss?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you. It's a beautiful day out here. Beautiful day. So are you homeless?
Currently I am.
Okay. How old are you?
35.
35? You look great. And so how long have you been homeless?
About a month.
A month? What happened a month ago that caused you to become homeless?
Just a lot of stuff with work.
What happened?
The lady that I was taking care of passed away.
Ooh.
And it's hard to get a client with my company, and it was just...
So you're like a home caretaker? Home health aide type deal? Okay, okay. So how long were you taking care of that lady for?
About 10 years.
Oh, wow. So this was a constant, steady source of income, work, and everything else.
It was good money, too.
Man, I'm sorry to hear about her passing. And that was a month ago?
Yeah, about a month ago.
And so they couldn't find you nothing else?
They could, but there's always this in between. You know, oh, well, we can send you here, but we don't know if they're going to have the hours. Or we could send you there, but you're not going to have your hours. You can only go as a call-in. You can be an on-call. So I did the on-call for a little bit, but it didn't make ends meet.
Okay. Were things already tight? Because, you know, 10 years, you would think maybe you saved up some money. You had like a little cushion. What was the reason for like not being no real cushion there?
Single mom at the time.
Okay. And how many kids do you have?
3.
3? How old?
17, 15, and 6.
Okay, okay. Same dad or different dads?
My boys have the same dad. My daughter is someone else.
Okay, so 17 and 15 same, and then daughter's different one. Okay. And is that this fella right here?
Yep.
Okay, so he's
a baby.
So he's the dad. What's up, man? All right, that's him, y'all. All right, so do all 3 of them live with you?
Not now, obviously, but yes.
When they did, okay, so before this situation. So where do they live now? Like, not exactly where, but who do they live with?
My boys are with their grandmother on their father's side, and my daughter is with a lady that's more like my mom than my own mom.
Okay, so we'll talk about that.
Her grandmother.
Okay, okay, so we'll talk about that. All right, so, and have you ever been married?
Not till now.
Oh, so you're married. You guys are married.
Yeah.
Okay, how long y'all been married, man?
About 8 years.
8 years? Wow, y'all are going strong. You made it past the 7-year itch. All right, that's what they say, that 7-year itch. All right, so let's just start from the beginning. So, where you from?
I am from PA, Pennsylvania, and I hate it.
Why'd you roll your eyes?
I hate it.
What part of Pennsylvania?
Like Bell Vernon.
Mount Vernon?
Bell Vernon.
Oh, Bell Vernon. Okay, okay. All right, I don't think I heard of Bell Vernon before, but shout out Bell Vernon, PA. Even though she hates it, shout out to the whole state of Pennsylvania. That's where my granddad is from. All right, and so growing up in Pennsylvania, did you have both mom and dad in the household?
Oh.
Who'd you grow up with?
My mother.
Mom. Dad, was he like active and present, or like what was the deal with that?
He was he's an alcoholic for many, many years. I didn't learn until I was about like 17 years old that he struggled with other addictions.
What did you think up to that point?
I thought my mom kept him away. So I really didn't know what was going on until I started, like I would see him sporadically. And so when I would go over there were instances where like I'm like 5, 6 years old and I'm sitting on a bar stool. And even I knew at that time, like, this ain't right.
Like the Cheers show.
Yeah.
Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name. Okay, so that was you at 5 and 6. Norm.
Literally sitting there pressing the buttons on them little games. It was like,
okay. So so do you have brothers and sisters? How many?
I have 2 brothers. I have my oldest brother is like me and my dad. Shit.
Okay.
You know, my other
the brothers
brother,
that you grew up in the house with. How many?
1.
1. Okay, and you're the oldest.
No, I'm the middle.
You're the middle. Okay, you're the middle child. All right. We heard about the middle child.
Yeah, that part.
Does it ring true with you?
Maybe.
Yeah. Okay, so Growing up, would you say that you had like a fairly normal childhood?
No.
Tell me about it.
About when I turned about like 6, 7, my mom ended up getting real sick. From that moment on, I always felt like I was like the caretaker. This is so funny because I was just talking to my husband about this last night.
And that's what you ended up becoming, right? That's crazy. So, okay, so you felt like you had to grow up fast and do the whole caretaking thing for your mom. How do you think that affected you?
I think it just took away my childhood. So like, okay, so once I did grow up and I didn't really have a childhood, I never really got to have fun, you know what I mean? Like, I always had my sister around me, or like I was taking care of my mom, I was doing something. So like I never got to have fun as a child. So like whenever I left my oldest son's dad, it's like I went crazy. I was just like went crazy. I just didn't want to have any responsibilities. Like now I'm different, you know what I mean?
And so you had your first son, sounds like around 17? Okay, and so did you get pregnant at 17 or 16?
I got pregnant at 16. My baby's dad was very abusive. He put me through a wall. I lost that baby. I got pregnant again, had my oldest, Benjamin, and then had his brother 2 years later.
Why do you think he was so attached to that abusiveness from the boyfriend? Because
to me, it's normal. It was normal.
Were you abused before that?
I was growing up. I was abused in every single way possible.
Okay, so obviously we're talking about physically abused, mentally, emotionally, but sexually as well. What was the first age that it happened sexually?
7.
What happened?
My sister's dad. He put a gun to my head. He told me he'd kill my mom and my whole family if I told anybody. And then he lit my clothes on fire and told my mom I was playing with a lighter. I have a lot of trauma, yeah.
Are you for real?
I'm dead ass.
Was that like a one-time thing or was it ongoing?
It was ongoing.
It was ongoing?
I didn't say anything until I was like 13 or 14.
So 6 or 7 years?
I was scared he was going to hurt my mom or kill my sister or even just kill me. Because there was also a time he came home drunk, you know?
So he lived there?
Yeah, at the time, yeah.
So he was like your stepdad, basically?
Yeah, it's my sister's dad.
How often would this happen?
Every time he got drunk, which is very often.
And so your mom had no clue? Because, I mean, if y'all lived in a house together, like, when would he do this?
So this is what he would do. He would take us camping, swimming, you know, and my mom was sick. She stayed home.
Ooh. Okay.
That's why I don't trust nobody around my kids.
Wow. So what effect do you think that... Okay, let me ask. When you finally did tell, what was the response?
Honestly, I think that's what strained our relationship with my mother. I really don't think she believes me.
So even to this day, she doesn't believe you?
I believe that she doesn't. She'll say she does, but I know... Listen, if my daughter came to me and said, Mom, this happened, I'm not going to pick up a phone and pretend to call 911 and dial 411. I'm sorry, I'm not. So,
Is that guy still living? So he
died
passed.
a very painful death. So in my eyes, he got his karma. He died from colon cancer, and he was actually in prison for doing it to someone else. And then he got the cancer, and I guess they medically released him.
And this was your sister's dad?
Nobody in my family believes me.
So they look at you like you're making up stories about this.
Yeah.
Why would they think that? Like, do they have a reason to think that?
They don't care about no one but themselves.
Well, what I'm saying is, do they? If I talk to them, would they say, "Oh, let me tell you what she didn't tell you," and they give me some other version of the story, or like, why would they? Do they have a reason for like not believing you?
The way that my family is like, I don't know really how to word it. They're assholes. They'll do anything to make you feel this big. My brother called me last night and told me my mom died and she didn't. So I don't know why they do things.
It's not a good thing to do.
No.
Okay. What effect do you think that all of that trauma had on you?
So for instance, the first baby's dad and then somebody else that I dated, very abusive. So like when I got with my husband, one day we was walking and he just like went to move my hair and I flinched. And he couldn't understand like why I flinched, but I had to like...
It was a trigger.
Yeah, so there's things that like he actually helped me get over.
Okay. Wow.
He's treated me like a person. He's the only person in my life that's ever treated me like he loves me.
And so you're saying that your dad would have full-on, or your stepdad would have full-on penetrative sex with you?
Yes. I remember being 7 years old, going to the bathroom, you know, going pee, wiping it, and realizing this isn't right. why do I hurt like this? Why is he doing this to me? And what did I do to deserve it?
What effect do you think that had on you as far as your ability to kind of pair bond as far as sexually with men and things like that?
I think it made me, because as a teenager, very promiscuous. Because, like, it's like one way, like, for a while I was very promiscuous, and then for another while I was like, I don't want anyone touching me, I just want my phone and just leave, you know?
Which, so the promiscuity came first, and then, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so all that happened in childhood, and then you grow up, you become a caretaker yourself, okay? Is there anything else going on as far as, like, why the finances are shaky or whatever? Like, hubby, what's hubby doing or whatever? Like, you as a caretaker, over the road or local? Local? Okay, so you're still working right now. So you guys like in a hotel situation or whatnot? Okay, I get that. There's levels to this stuff, you know. There's levels to homelessness, and so, what are you guys doing to like get out of this situation at this point?
Managing money better. I let him manage money better.
So what were you doing to mismanage the money?
Because, you know, I just would need a purse or something, but I had to realize, like, I can't do that.
Okay. Your kids are all of them biracial or?
My sons are white, my daughter's biracial.
Okay. Was there anything that happened that made you get into like black guys at a certain point, or were you always into black guys? Like,
I just think white men are weird.
Well, I get it, but you had two kids with them, and your two sons are white men.
So my oldest, like, he almost killed me. Like, he beat on me on a daily basis. And so, like, I don't know. I think that has something.
You say he almost killed you?
Yeah. My sister came to my house and I was laying on my kitchen floor.
What?
Yeah.
What up? What up? I texted you back. You texted me. I texted you back. Okay. All right. Cool beans. Okay. You say how long ago did this happen?
With me on the kitchen floor?
Well, you say that your son tried to kill you.
No, my baby's dad.
Oh, your son's dad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I misheard that. My bad.
Bad, but not that bad.
Okay. All right. So, okay. How long have they been living with their other side of the family?
Just for this last month.
Okay, so this just started. Okay. All right. And y'all have been here in Atlanta? For the most part, Metro Atlanta? Okay. All right. And so at this point, I guess, what are y'all doing to get out of this situation? Like, what are we doing?
He's working. I'm trying to find any job. I applied to every single thing around here.
Okay.
Just trying to do what I can. Like, we're managing money better. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need to go out and set every single.
Kind of learn that lesson when you hit that rock, huh? I know that's right, man. Hit that rock bottom. So,
yeah.
All right. Well, listen. On that note, if anybody out there did want to reach out, help, or donate, do you have a way for them to do that? Do you have social media, Cash App, anything like that?
I have Cash App.
What's your Cash App?
It's $ Benjamin with a capital B, BenjaMin, and then a capital BRABHAM. It's under my husband's name.
BRAHAM.
BRABHAM.
BRABHAM. Okay, got you. All right, well, listen, like I say, we really appreciate. Any IG or Facebook?
I have Facebook.
What is it?
Benji's wife.
Benji's wife? Exactly how it sounds?
Look up Tina Russo, it'll come up.
Tina Russo? 2 R's, 2 S's or 1?
2.
Okay. Like I say, we really appreciate y'all. Definitely wish you nothing but the best, okay? Make sure you have a good one.
Thank you.
All right.